Ever stop to think about the fleeting nature of fame? So many stars shine brightly, only to have their lights extinguished far too soon. In this video, we explore the gripping stories behind some iconic actors whose lives were tragically cut short, leaving behind an indelible mark on cinema and the hearts of fans worldwide. Each of their journeys weaves a tale of talent, ambition, and the harsh reality of mortality. Buckle up as we journey through their legacies and the mysteries that surround their untimely departures. Brandon Lee the Crow. Ever wonder what might have been if tragedy hadn't interrupted the path of a rising star? Brandon Lee, son of the legendary Bruce Lee, had his whole life ahead of him, but fate had other plans. His untimely death left a void that still resonates today, compelling us to reflect on the fragility of life and legacy. Brandon was born into a family steeped in martial arts. Growing up in the shadow of his father, he developed a deep passion for both acting and martial arts, blending them into a unique style that would later captivate audiences. With a fiery spirit to forge his own path, Brandon set out to build a name for himself in Hollywood. His breakthrough came with the cult classic film, The Crow. Brandon played Eric Draven, a rock musician revived to avenge his and his fiancee's deaths. The film was steeped in dark themes of love and loss, and anticipation was through the roof. Brandon was not just acting. He was pouring his heart into a role that promised to redefine his career, until tragedy struck. On April 1, 1993, during the filming of The Crow, a prop gun malfunctioned. A round fired from the weapon, intended to be a blank, led to an accidental shooting that took Brandon's life just days before he was due to marry. The shocking nature of his passing set ripples across Hollywood, igniting debates about on-set safety protocols and forever changing the industry. In the wake of his death, The Crow was released, surprisingly garnering a large following. Audiences were drawn to Brandon's haunting performance, and the themes woven into the film resonated deeply with many. It became a cult classic, and horror enthusiasts still regard it as a touchstone that explores grief and revenge. Brandon Lee's legacy doesn't end with his filmography. Many contemporary action heroes cite him as an influence, embracing his blend of charisma and martial arts. His work inspired a range of films and tributes throughout the years, ensuring his presence remains felt in cinema. In reflecting on Brandon Lee, we recognize that sometimes tragedy adds a layer of depth to an artist's work, transcending their life. How different would the landscape of action films be had he lived longer? Brandon Lee's impact continues to challenge us to think about our own legacies long after we're gone. What do you think? Can a career be defined not just by accomplishments, but also by the poignancy of its end? Anton Yelchin, Star Trek. Start with a gripping question about the impact of Anton Yelchin's role, and have you ever wondered what could have been if a star didn't leave us so soon? Anton Yelchin, the talented actor we came to adore as Chekhov in the Star Trek reboot, mesmerized audiences with his charm and unique take on the character. But tragedy struck, forever altering the narrative of his promising career. Born in Leningrad and relocating to the United States at a young age, Anton was destined for the spotlight with his magnetic presence. He began acting in a string of successful films, but it was his breakthrough role as Chekhov in the 2009 Star Trek that truly launched him into stardom. Fans embraced his youthful spirit and comedic timing, as he expertly transported us to the Alpha Quadrant alongside Kirk and Spock. Yelchin's portrayal didn't just capture the essence of a beloved character, it also showcased his profound depth as an actor. Outside of Star Trek, he's shown in various films, from Green Room to Like Crazy, proving he was building a diverse portfolio that hinted at a long and prosperous career. But tragedy struck on June 19, 2016. Anton's life was cut abruptly short in a heartbreaking accident while he was returning home. His vehicle rolled back, pitting him against a brick mailbox and a security fence, a sudden event that no one saw coming. His unexpected departure left family, friends, and fans in shock. Colleagues from Star Trek were devastated. Chris Pine and Zoe Saldana expressed their grief publicly, recalling their fond memories with Anton. The news reverberated throughout the cinema world, a stark reminder of how fleeting life can be. Fans flooded social media with their tributes, highlighting their favorite Chekhov moments and mourning the loss of a significant talent. Despite his untimely passing, Anton Yelchin's legacy endures. Posthumously, his work continues to inspire new fans, as his films still resonate with authenticity and creativity. Communities have come together, hosting events and discussions that celebrate his life and contributions to cinema. As we reflect on the story of Anton Yelchin, it's important to recognize the delicate balance of fame and life. Fame is ephemeral, yet our memories can be everlasting. So, what are your favorite moments from Anton's career? How do you believe his legacy influences the film industry today? Dominique Dunne. Have you ever felt chills watching a horror movie and wondered about the real stories behind the on-screen terror? Today, we shine a light on Dominique Dunne, the young actress whose life was both luminous and tragically cut short. Born on November 23, 1959, in Santa Monica, California, Dunne began her career on television, capturing hearts in various roles before her breakout performance in the 1982 horror classic, Poltergeist. In Poltergeist, she played Dana Freeling, a role that showcased her vulnerability amid the supernatural chaos wreaked by malevolent spirits. Her performance struck a chord with audiences, contributing to the film's legacy as one of the genre's defining works. But shortly after the film's thrilling success, Dunne's personal life took a devastating turn. Caught in a turbulent relationship with actor John Thomas Sweeney, Dunne faced an escalating pattern of abuse. On October 30, 1982, just days after Poltergeist premiered, she was brutally attacked in her own home by Sweeney. This harrowing incident left her in a coma for several days, leading to her untimely death on November 4, 1982, sparking a national outcry. The aftermath of her tragic passing unveiled deep-seated issues surrounding domestic violence. Sweeney was convicted of voluntary manslaughter, but received only a light sentence, which incited outrage across the nation and raised questions about how society views such abuse. Dominique's story forced a dialogue about the often hidden struggles individuals face behind closed doors. Dunne's legacy is also intertwined with the idea of a curse surrounding the Poltergeist franchise, as several cast members faced untimely deaths over the years. While this notion adds an eerie layer to the film's history, it also brings attention back to Dominique's talent, echoing her unforgettable performance that still haunts fans to this day. Her story might have ended in tragedy, but it lives on through tributes that honor her talent and highlight the serious issues of domestic violence. Dominique Dunne may be remembered for her role in a horror classic, but it's her own life's horror that reminds us of the dark realities people face. As we reflect on her legacy, we must ask ourselves, how often do we look beyond the screen to acknowledge the human stories intertwined with our favorite films? Chadwick Boseman. What does it mean to be a hero? For many, Chadwick Boseman embodied that very essence both on screen and off. Today, we explore the remarkable life of this talented actor, the groundbreaking role that defined a generation, and the untold challenges he faced behind the scenes. Chadwick Boseman's journey began in South Carolina, where his passion for storytelling ignited at a young age. After earning a degree in directing from Howard University, he carved his name in theater before making his move to Hollywood. It wasn't long before he caught the attention of audiences with his portrayals of historical figures like Jackie Robinson in 42 and James Brown in Get On Up. These roles set the stage for what would come next. His monumental portrayal of T'Challa in Black Panther, released in 2018, Black Panther wasn't just another superhero movie. It became a cultural phenomenon, celebrating African heritage and slaying stereotypes. Chadwick's performance brought a depth and dignity to T'Challa, making him a role model for millions. The film's success shattered box office records, but its impact ran deeper, sparking conversations about representation and identity in cinema. But what many fans didn't know was the hidden battle Chadwick was fighting. Just before filming Black Panther, he was diagnosed with colon cancer. Over the next 4 years, he chose to keep his condition private, even while he dedicated himself fully to creating one of the most iconic superhero roles. His determination and professionalism shined brightly, even when darkness loomed. As Black Panther soared in popularity, Chadwick continued to work on films that mattered to him, despite his health struggles. He appeared in other notable films such as The Five Bloods and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, showcasing his immense range and talent. His performance in the latter earned him a posthumous Academy Award nomination, a testament to his impact on the film industry. In August 2020, the world learned the heartbreaking news of Chadwick Boseman's passing. A wave of grief washed over fans and fellow actors alike. Social media erupted with tributes celebrating his life and the powerful legacy he left behind. Fans mourned not just for the loss of a talented actor, but for the inspirational figure who had worked tirelessly to push the boundaries of representation. Chadwick Boseman wasn't just a great actor. He was a beacon of hope, resilience, and authenticity. His portrayal of T'Challa will forever resonate in the hearts of fans, reminding us that heroes come in many forms. In what ways has Chadwick impacted your life or perspective? Let's keep his legacy alive by celebrating not only his achievements, but also the hope he instilled in countless lives. James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause. James Dean remains an enduring symbol of youthful rebellion, even decades after his untimely death. Known for his striking good looks and profound emotional depth, how did this man become a cultural icon despite a life that spanned just 24 years? Born in Indiana, Dean's early life was shrouded in tragedy. His mother passed away when he was just 9, and he was raised by his father on a farm. However, it was in the bustling streets of Hollywood that Dean truly came alive. After moving to California, it didn't take long for him to catch the eye of filmmakers, and his breakout role in Rebel Without a Cause catapulted him to fame in 1955. This film struck a chord with audiences, capturing the essence of teenage angst and the struggle for identity. Through his unforgettable portrayal of Jim Stark, Dean explored themes of confusion and disillusionment, making him relatable to a generation yearning for understanding. Rebel Without a Cause wasn't just another teen drama. It was a cultural phenomenon that highlighted the desires, fears, and conflicts of American youth. Just as his star was rising, fate dealt a tragic blow. In late September 1955, James Dean was involved in a horrific car accident that would claim his life. A spirited drive in his beloved Porsche 550 Spider ended abruptly when he collided with another vehicle. In a flash, an icon was lost, leaving fans to grapple with the harsh reality of a world without Dean. His death sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond, solidifying his status as a mythic figure. Dean's films, particularly Giant and East of Eden, were released posthumously, showcasing his extraordinary talent and helping to cement his legacy in the annals of cinema. The enigma surrounding his life and death only deepened his allure, inspiring countless homages and references across popular culture. Even today, James Dean's impact can still be felt in the arts, influencing contemporary actors and filmmakers who admire his raw talent and charisma. From fashion to film, his legacy trends across various mediums, a testament to a life that ended far too soon. As we reflect on the life of James Dean, his story serves as a striking reminder of the fleeting nature of fame and youth. While his time was cut tragically short, the mark he left on society continues to resonate, evoking the question: how do we remember those who leave Earth before their narrative is complete? The stories we've uncovered illustrate a painful truth: the brightest lights can flicker out far too soon. Each of these stars not only left a mark on the silver screen, but also cast a lasting shadow that continues to intrigue and inspire us. From Brandon Lee's haunting last performance in The Crow to Chadwick Boseman's powerful portrayal of T'Challa amidst his own battles, these individuals remind us of the fragility of life and the enduring strength of their artistry. As we reflect on their contributions, it's essential to celebrate their legacies, while pondering the impact of loss on their families, fans, and the industries they touched. So what do you think? Whose story resonates with you the most? And what can we learn from their journeys? Let's continue to remember and honor their brilliance, ensuring they are never forgotten.